Okay guys, so here is the boat. She's just about done. I got the Bimini on there. I got my ski rod thing back on there, the tripod for the ski rope. Not that I'm going to be skiing, but you never know. I might want to pull the wife on the inner tube in the lake. I talked about putting that cleat for my anchor, and this is what I came up with. You can see that that anchor. Wow, I can't see nothing in this sunlight. So that anchor is quite a bit bigger than this one, as you can see. What I did was I had a piece of aluminum, so I cut the piece of aluminum in half. Then I bent it to fit the shape of the bow right there, and then I bolted it up on top, and then down on the bottom. And it's got 10 bolts in it, so that thing is not going anywhere. I have seen people rip the cleats out of their boats if the anchor was pulled too tight. I mean, you know, if the anchor grabbed a rock or whatever and they couldn't pull it loose, they'd pull the cleat out of the boat. I didn't want to do that, so as you can see, it's got some leaves and stuff in it, but I've got a little bit of electrical work to do. I've got the main electrical is all hooked up. I do have a little bit of electrical work still to do under the dash. This really small things to connect, miscellaneous stuff. I got my VHF radios installed, Good Time radios installed. You can't see it because it's under that cover on the dash, and I can't see anything there. I can't see, man. The sun is glaring too much. But she's done. All I got to do to the motor, I'll pull this cowling off so you guys can see what kind of shape this motor's in. I don't even know if I've ever even put this motor on the inner tubes here. Let me set this thing down so I can grab this right quick. Okay. Okay, so here's the motor on this thing, and again, this thing is just super clean. I've got the cowling off the carburetors. I got to pull these bolts. I got to pull the 4 bolts off the plastic part of the carburetor, pull the carbs out, clean the bowls, clean the jets, put them back on there, and then this thing's ready to go. But as you can see, man, this thing is just about as clean as it can be, and it's the reason I bought this boat. That's the only reason I put $700 in that man's hand, was because this engine was in such good shape, had good compression, you know, spark, everything is in good order, and still had fuel and oil in the carbs. They were still full, the bowls were still full, so I knew it hadn't set for too long. You know, I mean, it needs to be clean, there's no question about that, but I don't think I'm even going to put a carburetor kit in it. I'm going to take it apart and look at it. I'm going to take the carbs off this thing and look at it, and then try to determine whether I really need to put carburetor kit in this thing or not. So but I got everything done, man. I have the treader lights on order, and I'm going to replace the bow light, the bow running light, the green and amber, green and red. This doesn't have an amber, so it's just got the port and starboard. It doesn't have the bow light. It's just got the port light, starboard light, which is red and green. So that's it, man. This boat is just about on its final leg before I put it in the water. I'm pretty excited about it. So it's looking good. I still have to clean the tripod for my rope, and the reason I'm putting that up there, guys, is in case I have to pull anybody back. You know, a lot of times boats break down. I mean, you never know if this thing's going to break down out there or not. And that's the reason you have to have really good communication before you go out in the bay or whatever, because the bay's bigger than you might think it is. The Galveston Bay is freaking huge. It's miles and miles and miles of water. But the reason I did that is because I don't want to get the line caught up in my prop. So I actually have a flotation device, a cable flotation device that hooks to that tripod and then floats back in the water back here, away from the prop, so that the cable can't get tied up in the prop. So That's the reason I put that on there. I'm just going to keep it on there. It's really not in the way. I mean, I'm probably going to have some complaints about, move this thing, we're trying to fish, but it's a quick disconnect. So if I get those complaints, just quick disconnect the damn thing, put it down on the floorboard. I do still have to put one piece of carpet in it. Right there, I haven't cut the carpet for that right there, that piece of board underneath there. I still have to cut one piece of carpet for that, and that's it. And I may eventually put a chair up there in the front, past the storage compartment there, and put a swivel chair up in the front of this thing, and then call it good enough. But this is my unprofessional build of 1971. Not really a build, you can't really call it, because I didn't build the damn thing. I just kind of repaired it, repaired the gel coat, painted it, and fixed it up a little bit. 1971 Glastron, 17-foot walkthrough. I do have to put, I have to put a fuel intake or fuel inlet on the other side over there. There's no fuel tank on the other side. I put the switch for the fuel tanks back here, which I'm not quite finished with that yet. I didn't have long enough bolts, but this switch right here is for my main tank and reserve. I put it back there because I thought it would be better here than where it was, which was under the dash. It's easier to get to right here, and it's right here by the fuel tank, and so that's where I put it. My wood idea didn't work too well. I'm going to have to take this wood back out of here, as you can see. Even putting fiberglass on the wood, it just didn't hold up. And that's actually fiberglass. I actually used fiberglass resin on the wood, and it's just not holding up. You can see right here, and this is 15 months. I did this about I don't know, 10 months ago. I did this wood. And for the most part, it's held up pretty good, but there's just these areas where water gets in there, man, and if water can get to that wood, it's going to destroy it. You can see where I drilled these holes right here on this piece of board, and the water got underneath there where I drilled the holes, and it's peeling that, it's just creeping underneath the, that fiberglass resin. So I'm going to put a piece of plexiglass across here, 1/4-inch plexiglass, and use that for my cutting board. And I don't know what I'm going to do here as far as measuring my fish. I'm sure that, I know they make metal. They make 3-foot metal, 3-foot metal measuring sticks. So I'll probably get 2 of those, probably get 2 3-foot metal measuring sticks, and then I don't have to worry about it. Just rivet them in just like I did that one, and I'll be able to measure my fish up to, what, 36 inches. So other than that, man, it just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I'm getting some trash in here from this big old oak tree, but I still got to hook up my pump for my sump for my damn, I can't even think of the name of the stuff of this boat anymore. It's a sump pump. Anyway, I'm just going to call it a sump pump for pumping water out of the bottom of the boat. Got a hurricane headed this way. Actually, a tropical storm headed this way from Gulf of Mexico. I'm down here, I'm 40 miles south of Houston. So I'm 8 miles from the Gulf of Mexico as the crow flies. And so I've strapped this thing down. Hey, I've got it on the trailer. I'm not worried about this thing being blown away. I'm going to park it in between my shed and my house over there so the wind's not blowing it. Of course, I'll put down my bimini and lock it down. I do have the glass on order. I bought 1 sheet of 1/4-inch plexi to repair the 2 side pieces of glass, and I'm probably going to paint the chrome that you see holding that the glass in place. I'm probably going to paint that blue, probably the same color I painted the rest of the boat. Well, not the rest of the boat, but the blue on the boat. I'll probably paint it the same color. I think that would look pretty good. And there's really nothing I can do to that old chrome. That old aluminum. I mean, I probably could polish it up with on a buffer wheel, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna paint it blue, call it good. It's just an old boat, man. This is nothing special. There's a lot of time and effort in this boat, though, guys, and I've really been happy. I'm glad that my wife talked me into doing this. because it has helped me. You know, it helped me get me out of a pity potty that I was in, and feeling sorry for myself. And you know, it really has kept me. It's been more work than really. It's a ton of work, and really I shouldn't have done a lot of it probably. But you know, the doctor told me to find something to do and stay busy as much as, just do as much as you can every day, and you know, push yourself but don't hurt yourself. So that's what I've done here, and it really has helped me in a lot of ways to be able to come out here and work on this damn boat whenever I can. And you know, and again, I've only got maybe $2,200 in this boat right now, and I promise you I can get that out of this boat easy. It wouldn't be hard at all to sell this boat for probably $3,000. I know I can get $2,500 for it, especially when I finish fixing this wood and stuff up in here. And I'll probably just use all plexi, 1/4-inch plexi, and paint it blue, and same color as the rest of the boat. I've also got enough vinyl to make me a curtain for this back here, for underneath my the transom back here. So I'm going to go ahead and make a vinyl curtain for back here, and so it'll go all the way down and touch the floor, or yeah, touch the floor of the boat. And yeah, so this is where we're at, guys. We're just damn near, I can't even talk, it's so hot out here. Damn near done. I still have to get some emery and clean places up where I got paint on here, as you can see. So there's a lot of little details that need to be done as far as cleaning goes, but pretty happy with the way it's turning out. I just can't complain about this paint, man. This paint, I'm really happy with this. I was really worried about using this paint, but it turned out good. So this is where we're at, guys. I don't know what else to say. Just stand by, and we'll get some fishing videos for this thing. So, all right, everybody have a great day, great weekend coming up, and we'll holler at you later. Peace. I'm out.